What's up, everyone? All right, well, today is the next episode of Trading with a Small Account, my Small Account Challenge, and today is day one of day trading, a tiny account. It is a snowstorm, as you guys can see, and I didn't even come into the office yesterday. Yesterday could have been day one, but I decided that I didn't want to trade outside my comfort zone. And trading from home with the dogs barking and all the distractions, it just didn't quite feel right. And so I had to sit on my hands, restrain myself, and say, you know what? Let's make day one count. Day one has to count because day trading in a tiny account, you've got almost no margin for error. So I braved the elements and I came into the office, and this morning my account is up 40%. I'm up $158. Now, as you guys probably know, I funded the account with $520. I did $520 because I wanted to give myself a little bit of cushion, just in case there was a wiring fee or something like that. So I was like, all right, I'll fund it with $520. And I told them when I funded it, I said, listen guys, I don't want to have a platform fee taken out for the month of November because I'm not going to be trading in the account at all in November. I'm just setting it up. And they said, okay, no problem. So to my surprise this morning, when I logged in, the account, I only had $395 in it. $395 because they deducted the $125 monthly platform and data fee, which is standard with a lot of brokers. It's fine, but I didn't expect it to come out. So this morning, making $158 with an account with just $395, and it was pretty incredible. The account's up 40%. Now, what I've done for you guys today is typically I only do this for Warrior Pro students, but for all of you guys today who've been watching this series of the Small Account Challenge, I have put a link in the description right there below that you guys should click, and that link will give you the live recording of me day trading this tiny account. So I record my screen while I'm trading it, so you'll see me as I click the buy button once, twice, I'm in with 200 shares. The stock squeezes up, I sell 100, and instantly I'm up $65. I sell another 25 shares, another 25, and I scale out. And on the first trade, I made $127. I then got back in for trade two and made another $30. And there we go, it's $158 in one morning. My work is done. All right, now I hope you guys really enjoyed this recap. Make sure you download the live archive. I think you'll really enjoy that as well. And I will see you guys for the next episode tomorrow. All right, see you then. All right, so we're gonna do a recap of today's trades. Today was day one of the Small Account Challenge, and I'm up $158. All right, so you guys know I funded the account with $520. This is the same thing that happened the last time I did a Small Account Challenge. I funded the account with $520. Well, on December 1st, they took out $125 in platform fees. So I actually was trading today with $395 in my account. $395, and I'm up $158. So someone who wants to real quick do the math on that, that is an awesome return on a $400 account. So why don't we go over the trades on DRIO? I have a recording of it that I'll kind of jump through and kind of show you clips of what I was doing. And then for those of you guys that are watching this on YouTube, I'll put a link right down below in the description where you guys can go and you can watch the full trading video without my, separate from the recap. So you can just watch the whole trading video. All right, so yeah, 30% growth on the account, not bad at all. Okay, so DRIO, let's start from the top. This stock was on the watch list this morning. So each day I have my system of trying to find the strongest stocks in the market. So I use this scanner right here. And what this does is it searches the entire market for any stock that's up more than 5%. And so in the entire US market today, this is how many stocks are up more than 5%. However many that is, I don't know, 30, maybe 40. And then what I do is I start adding my requirements for the stock to be within my strategy to trade. And so the first is that it has to be between $1 and $10. All right, so bold is off the list. These ones are off the list. That's too cheap. So pretty much right away, that's helping me narrow down my list, to maybe these 5 or 6 stocks. All right, now obviously I can look at the volume on some of these. 40 shares is not a lot of volume. So I start opening up my charts here and looking at these different stocks. And I go through each one of these filters, and I want to make sure that the stock meets my criteria. So again, those of you guys that are not already in the Warrior Starter class or the Warrior Pro class, this is the stuff that I break down, my 5 criteria for a stock having home run potential. So the process of finding the needle in the haystack really becomes streamlined just simply because I know pretty much exactly what I'm looking for, and I'm able to filter using this software right here. So DRIO, this was the pre-market chart on it. Pre-market, the stock had squeezed up to a high of 1180 and then pulled back to about 879 before bouncing back up to 1069. So I drew a line at each of these important levels. The low of the pullback, the high of the last move up, which was right here on this candle, and the pre-market high. So right here, right down here, and right here. Those are the 3 levels I was interested in. Now, of course, I've got some moving averages on here, a couple of technical indicators. I took a look at the daily chart, and that's right here. And one of the things I noticed on the daily chart was that the stock has a pretty long history of finding resistance at around this magenta line, which is the 200 exponential moving average. So the 200 EMA has been a point of resistance for this stock. And you can see that that was the case, kind of right in this area here. It was the case in this area here. A little bit of a struggle here, kind of close to it in this area there. And then today it broke through it, but is not able to hold over it and is coming back down. So I was a little concerned about that resistance at the 200. And then just before the bell rang, it came back down and double bottomed at 879. So on this red candle, it came down for a second tap of 879, which if I pull this forward, you can see. That made me a little nervous. And I kind of thought, well, I may not end up being able to trade this one today because now it's looking kind of weak. So the bell rings. And as you can see, the first thing that happens is it drops down. And I said, I'm a little concerned about this because the highest volume of the day here is on a red candle. And now we have light volume on green candles. That's not typically what I look for. In fact, I look for the exact opposite. High volume on the green candles and light volume on the red candles. But we had this quick pop up to 1005. It dropped back down, and then it surged back up to 997, and then it dropped back down. And so in this area here, I felt that if it could break over 10, that we had a good chance of getting a move back up towards this level here of 1069. And so right on this candle, we sort of had this little double bottom at 930. It hit 930 and bounced up. And then it hit it a second time and bounced up. And that's when I started to think, okay, we've got a little double bottom. This is starting to look good. And as it surged up, as the first candle made a new high, which was right here, I got in at 987. So that was my first entry. So 987, and I'll just move this so you can see the execution. So the first entry on this was at a buy order at $9.87. All right, so 987. So I preloaded for 100 shares. Now, even though I've got $395 in the account, and so I knew that I could. Well, I actually at that time thought I had $500, but I knew that with $500 I could take about 200 shares of a $10 stock. So I just put it in for 200 shares, even though it was 987, like a little bit lower, and I figured that would probably be okay. All right, so 987. It's kind of curling up, and I click the buy button once and I get filled. I click it a second time and I get filled. So this is very common for me to click twice if I'm feeling good about it. I click it once, I'm seeing all this green volume going through, I click it a second time. Within 3 seconds, the stock is up over 50 cents a share. It surges through this level and taps 1051, and I sold half. I took half of it off the table. That's $60 of profit. Nice. All right. So, and it also hit, well, it was pretty close. It was the $0.50 psychological resistance, but pretty close to that 1069 level. I mean, that was a good setup, a good breakout. And then on the next candle, it surges up to 11, and I sell a little bit more at 1059, 1093, and I sold the rest at 1005. This last 25 shares, I held a little longer as it came back down here. In fact, it dropped all the way to 958 and I was still holding, and then it popped back up. I thought that maybe this would break over 11 and I would hold that last 25 shares for a bigger move. But in fact, I got stopped out. So I probably could have made an extra $25 if I just sold it, right away, but whatever. All right, so it drops down. I think maybe at this point, maybe it's done, but then first candle to make a new high is what I'm watching. And 1066 was the high of this red candle right here. And when that level broke, I jumped back in at 1060, anticipating the break. And I sold at 1091 for an extra $31 of profit. 100 shares times 31 cents is $31. So just like that, I'm done for the day. Now I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 total trades. 8 total times I press the buy or sell button. My cost is $2 for every time I press that button. So that means my commissions today are gonna be about 16 bucks. About $16 in commissions plus some ECN fees, but I only traded 600 shares. So the ECN fees will be pretty insignificant. So I'll finish today after commissions up around $142 or something like that. 158 before the commissions. And, this is a really solid first day with a small account. Now I'm disappointed that DRIO did a false breakout right here. It popped up, it failed, and then it dropped back down. So let me show you my live recording of this trade. All right, so this is, let's see, what's the time? It's about 9:29, the bell's about to ring. All right, so the bell's about to ring, and this is kind of what we're looking at. I've already got these 3 levels mapped out, and I'm a little disappointed that it's dipped down pre-market. You see a 40,000 share buyer there for a second. So it drops down, and then let's watch it on its surge back up. All right, so right about here is where it's surging back up. It looks like my chart is slightly cut off. I'll have to fix that for tomorrow. Not sure why that's the case, but in any case. So 944. So right now it's kind of in this consolidation area. Oh, it's annoying that the chart's just slightly cut off. It's very interesting. Okay. So let's see. So let's watch this. So I'm looking now. You guys know that I am saying, okay, I'm watching this for the possible break over 10. I've got the order right there. So I'm watching the level 2 very closely. This is the ask price. I'm watching the time and sales. My hand's off the buy button right now. My mouse is right here, as you can see. So it dipped down again. So right now we're in this kind of little pullback area. And now my hand's back on the buy button. And I end up typing in the stock here again. The reason I did this is I thought, I was like, I haven't actually tested my hotkey to sell. What if it doesn't work? And so I said, you know what? I better go ahead and just put an order for 200 shares at 961, whatever. And if it doesn't work, I can just come down here and click the sell button and I'll just sell my position. So I'm watching here, watching the ask. $10 is the spot I'm really dialed in on, but will I get a hint that strength is coming into the stock? Right now, that's a lot of weakness. But look, a double bottom down there at 30, and that is actually a sign of strength. Watching. Over 60, 65, 70 is going to be a good indication of a possible breakout. Hands on the buy button. And just like that, I'm in. All right, so we start to come up here. This candle starts to surge up, and boom, I jump in. I got a little bit of a bad fill, all things considered. But look at that, all the way up to 1051. I'm taking a little profit off the table. Now it's 1011 by 1019. 1044 is the next up. Back to 1040, back to 1017, 1038. At this point, it's kind of anyone's guess. Is this gonna do a false breakout and just reverse? I gotta take profit off the table just to be safe. We've got 1.1 million shares of volume already. There's 1050, there we go. I'm taking a little profit, and then all of a sudden you get that quick surge up to 1093. So in hindsight, you know, maybe didn't have to sell as quick as I did at 59, but whatever. Taking a little profit off the table. And now I'm holding the last 2,500 shares, and I'm looking for the break over $11, right? That's what I'm really thinking. I want to see this break 11. So I'm giving it a chance to do a little sort of pullback right here around this $11 spot. And I'm thinking this is fine. You know, this is a little moderate pullback. This is all okay right here. 50 on the bid, that's fine. 62 on the bid, that's fine. I kind of want to see it break right here. 92, let's see 98, 97. And then it doesn't. Oh, a little selling. Okay, a little more. Then back up 81. Ah, but still, red on the time and sales is not breaking. So I'm just kind of holding. I'm letting it shake itself out. I've still, you know, kind of got my 1180 mental possible target. And then we're going to get a quick flush on this. Look at that. Look at how fast that happened. Isn't that kind of crazy how fast that dropped? Just as quickly as it went up, it dropped back down there on that trade, or on that little flush. Okay, so now it's dropped back down. As it comes back up, I'm like, you know what? I better just take this money off the table. So I'm gonna take my profit on it. I don't know, somewhere around here, whatever, so I'm out. And now I'm watching it, not knowing whether or not it's gonna fail or work, but if it comes back up over 60, I put up my order there at 70. I've got my hand on the buy button. And at this point I was like, I don't know, you know, I'm up $127. This is a pretty good first day with a small account. I don't know if I should push it, but I decided I'll take 100 shares. I'll take smaller size. And so I'm watching, boom, I push it right there. There's 1090, I'm looking for the break of 11. Okay, moment of truth. There's 1071, 1070, is it gonna break 11? There we go, look at, but wait, a quick break to 1125, and now it's back at 93, and that I don't like. So for that reason, I sold and I got out on the ask. That to me had false breakout written all over it. The fact that it broke the $11 spot and then came back below. All right, so that's kind of the fast forward of that trade. Those of you guys that want to watch this, I'll have the link below so you can check it out. And I'll be back at it first thing tomorrow with an extra $140 or so in my account. So making progress, and I'm gonna keep it up. All right, that's it for me. I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow morning. Hey, did you know every morning I go live to stream my pre-market watch list? Subscribe to the channel, press the alert button, and you'll get the notifications. And if you want to learn more about trading, check out the links in the description. And if you have questions, post them in the comments, because I personally respond to every comment posted on my channel.